this case, the yogurt shop, has always, from day one, people always thought it was multiple people. That's why they thought it was multiple boys. And the reason it always goes back to that, Lee, is at 10:42 that night, and let me be specific because I want to make sure everybody understands this is not a theory. This is eyewitness testimony. This is not something that Clint came up with, or this is not a theory of who it was. At 10:42 that night, two witnesses by the name of, let me make sure I get their names right, Margaret Stryker and Tim Sheehan. They walked into the yogurt shop at 10:42 to get some yogurt. Margaret sees two men in a booth. These two men in the booth were sitting right next to the register. She feels awkward. She doesn't feel comfortable. She actually doesn't want to leave the girls there. And so she sits down in the booth right next to the two men in the booth. And she's trying to overhear what they're talking about. They're whispering. Stryker, he sees the girls. The girls start cleaning up the store. They're closing. It's only like 10, 15 minutes before the 11 o'clock, the store is going to close. He basically says, let's go ahead and leave. That way these girls can get the store cleaned and they can get out of here. So they leave at 10:47. Jennifer walks behind them and locks the door, which is the same key that was later found. And she turns over the sign to close. So that was the last customers of the night. But those two men were still in that yogurt shop. I don't want, I'm so glad that they found who one of the people were that committed these crimes. But again, I don't want us to overshadow and overlook. There were two men in that store that night.
They've got one, but there's still another.
History. We can rewrite history and forget that these two witnesses ever existed, but they didn't. It's been their testimony since that night, the next day, that they saw two men in that yogurt shop when they left at 10:47.